When I was answering my mom's call about getting married, I was lying under Lu Si Chen with a flushed face. Your cousin's child can already run errands. If you don't bring a boyfriend back, just listen to me and marry the village head's son. For a moment, all interest was gone. I raised my hand and pushed Lu Si Chen away, and finally spoke. Will you come home with me? The face that was just unsatisfied instantly darkened. We had agreed long ago, only talk about the bed, not under the bed. Okay. A week later, I sat by the bed in the newlywed room, hearing Lu Si Chen turn the wedding into a mess outside. It was already 10 o'clock at night when I came out of Lu Si Chen's house. In the past 5 years, Lu Si Chen never let me stay overnight at his house after dealing with me. Even in wind and rain, there has never been an exception. This time I upset him, and he even skipped the step of sending me out the door. The phone dings. I heard you agreed to marry me, is it true? The expectation that just rose in my heart fell through. The message was not sent by Lu Si Chen. That's right, a man as cold as him, maybe only a little warmer in bed. But it doesn't seem to be the case. I've seen him apologize to Shen Yue in a gentle tone, saying he was late for work and didn't have time to pick her up for dinner. I've seen him carefully pick up Shen Yue, who only had a minor scrape, and rushed to the hospital in great anxiety. I've also seen him lying on top of me, yet tenderly arranging accommodation for Shen Yue. If you say he's the cold-faced king of hell, I'd never believe it. Really? I leisurely replied with 2 words. Okay, in a week, I'll pick you up in a wedding car. After reading the message, I felt as if I was in a different era. If someone had told me before that I would marry a man I've never met, I would have thought it was absurd. Because everyone who knows me is aware of my marriage declaration, and they also know that I have someone hidden deep in my heart for many years. My mom knows too, but as I get older, she has become anxious after all. What she doesn't know is that Lu Si Chen is the person in my heart, the one I love very, very much. However, now I have to give up the man I've loved for many years and marry someone else. The car I called hasn't arrived yet, and the night wind is still a bit cold on my body. Unconsciously, I tightened my coat around me. Shivering, I saw the familiar car coming out. The car window rolled down and Lu Si Chen looked hurried. Su-yen, why are you still here? Yaya seems to have caught a cold, and you can go to my house to make some soup. I'm afraid Yaya will want to drink it later. Indeed, whenever it comes to Shen Yaya's matters, there are no small matters. He who originally said he was too tired to send me off also rushed out in the car. This is probably the manifestation of love and the lack of it. Before I could even speak, Lu Si Chen had already stepped on the gas and driven far away. Suddenly, my throat choked up, and there were words I hadn't had the chance to say. Well, anyway, we were about to end. Lu Si Chen, as a bedfellow, was also qualified. Then let's make some soup. I met Lu Si Chen at the company's charity dinner. Back then, his aloofness was just to our young girl's taste. Originally, we two shouldn't have had any intersection. I don't know who the blind person was that put drugs in Lu Si Chen's wine glass, and I unintentionally became his antidote. Just like that, we had our first bed pleasure. I'm not too conservative, but I'm not too open either. I thought that after we had a relationship, Lu Si Chen would at least give me a title. Later, we had a 5-year relationship that couldn't be seen in public. Lu Si Chen wanted me to be his lover, and he said he wouldn't marry me. But what he didn't know was that I loved him for longer than he could imagine. Some time ago, when Lu Si Chen was being interviewed by a reporter asked about his plans for marriage. When he talked about proposing on TV, I stood outside the TV and fantasized and expected. I thought too much. Since Lu Si Chen wants to marry someone other than me, I'm not planning to continue like this. After all, I'm not young anymore. While I was making soup at Lu Si Chen's house, my phone beeped and received several messages. There were transfers, and there were recommendation links for dresses, hotels, and the like. All sent by Zhou Tong, the son of the village head, and also the person I'm going to marry. I've heard from my mom that he's a very meticulous person. I didn't expect it to be true. The soup was done, and I called Lu Si Chen. The second after the call connected, there was an indescribable noise, which scared me into hanging up instantly. Then I hailed a car and rushed out of Lu Si Chen's house in a daze. The next day, my phone had several missed calls for no reason. All from Lu Si Chen. He's my boss, so it's understandable that he would call me. But during off hours, not answering his call is my right. As soon as I arrived at the company, Lu Si Chen called me into his office. Su-yen, what have you been busy with? Didn't you hear your phone ringing? Why didn't you answer? I looked at him indifferently and then said, Nothing, I heard it, just didn't feel like answering. Lu Si Chen's eyebrows instantly furrowed, visibly displeased. He stood up abruptly and pressed me against the table. Due to the force, my lower back ached a bit. The pain made my eyebrows furrow, but Lu Si Chen didn't notice, and the next second he kissed me. If it were before, I would have happily reciprocated. But now that I'm getting married, I have to let him go. I turned my head away. Mr. Lu, this is the office. The sudden rejection made Lu Si Chen very unhappy, and since yesterday when I didn't answer his call, there's been an indescribable feeling in his heart. Just as the two were at an impasse, a knock came from the door. It turned out to be Secretary Lu, who said that Shen Yue had arrived, allowing me to slip away. After I sat back at my workstation, the chatter of my colleagues around me reached my ears. Have you heard? President Lu and President Shen are in a family alliance, a powerful union, truly enviable. Right, and for so many years, President Lu has never had any scandalous news, only being good to President Shen. He is really a good man. I had no time to listen further and started browsing the wedding dress links that Zhou Tong had sent me on my phone. I have to say, Zhou Tong has a really good taste. And the color and style of the wedding dress are just what I like. Everyone, please quiet down. I have some good news to share with you all. On Sunday, Yaya and I are getting engaged at the biggest hotel, and everyone is invited to come and have fun, with pay. I don't know when Lu Si Chen came out. Standing beside him was Shen Yue with a shy look on her face. In an instant, the whole company erupted in cheers. Congratulations. May you have a child soon. I just suppressed the sourness in my heart, wanting to chime in with a couple of words, when I heard a gasp from a colleague beside me. Suyan, why are you looking at wedding dresses? Are you getting married? In an instant, all eyes in the office were focused on me. Why didn't I hear about it before? Who is your boyfriend? Yes, there wasn't a hint of it. Lu Si Chen then sneered coldly, his handsome face showing even more indifference amidst the mockery. Marriage? You actually have someone who wants you? My colleagues who were watching the drama showed more or less mockery on their faces. Yes, all along, my relationship with Lu Si Chen has been a secret one, and no one has ever seen my boyfriend. Now it's directly escalated to the level of marriage. It's indeed a bit fast. After Lu Si Chen sat back in his office, I received a message on my phone. Tonight, at my place. I thought about it. Our current relationship really does need to be clarified. I appeared at his door right on time. Marriage? She likes me so much. How could it be possible to get married? Even if I'm engaged, she's still a lapdog who comes back with a snap of my fingers. You don't know, every time I call, she's there, and after it's over, she leaves by herself. I heard every word of the conversation inside the room, and my whole heart felt like it was soaked in a cold pond, icy and piercing. Actually, I should have figured it out long ago. Lu Si Chen doesn't love me. Tonight's off, it's not convenient. Fortunately, in just 6 days, I will completely leave him and marry someone else. 5 days before leaving, I planned to submit my resignation at the company. When the company's project had issues, I was busy running around because of Lu Si Chen. So now when I'm leaving, there's still a bit of reluctance in my heart. I came to Lu Si Chen's office and put the printed resignation application in front of him. Lu Si Chen looked at the paper on the table, his brows knitted together. He took out a gift box from the drawer beside him and threw it over. What's the matter? Are you angry? Jealous? Here's a gift for you. I didn't say a word, opened the gift box, and it was a crystal clear pearl necklace. If it were before, I would definitely be ecstatic. However, now my heart is completely calm, because I know this is just a means for him to coax me to continue being his bedding. In his eyes, a pearl necklace can conquer me. Just like a dog, you can wag your tail at people with just a bone. I calmly closed the box and put it back in front of him. Mr. Lu, no need for gifts, no anger or jealousy. The documents are waiting to be used, Mr. Lu. Please sign them quickly. After working for so many years, Lu Si Chen knows I never make mistakes. He didn't even look and signed all the stack of documents. But when I picked up the documents to leave, he called me back. Su Yan, don't always be petty if you're narrow-minded. It's not suitable to stay by my side. I thought he was going to say something, but it turned out he just wanted me to be more generous. Get your position right, otherwise there's no place for you by Lu Si Chen's side. He doesn't know that I've longed not to be by his side. I will take my annual leave recently, and all the work has been handed over. I have already resigned, and he will find out in a couple of days. Over the years, by his side, I have long been exhausted. In a few days I will be married, and I need to tidy up the things at home. From leaving the company to returning home, I didn't stop for a moment. During this time, Zhou Tong sent me a message. It's roughly saying that the hotel is arranged, and you can come to pick me up directly when the time comes. When I was with Lu Si Chen, almost all the big and small matters were prepared by me. From accompanying his parents for medical checkups and arranging birthday banquets for them, to the toilet paper and daily necessities at his home, everything was handled by me. I have never experienced the feeling of having everything arranged by someone else. As the night fell, my stomach growled. Just as I arrived downstairs and was about to grab something to eat, my phone rang inopportunely. Upon answering the call, I heard the commanding voice of Lu Si Chen's friend on the other end. Si Chen is drunk, come and pick him up quickly. Before I could say anything, the call was hung up on the other end. After pondering for a moment, I endured my hunger and hailed a car. As soon as I arrived at the door of the private room, I could hear the teasing laughter of Lu Si Chen's friends from inside. Oh no, lost again. Suyen, how can you be such a sycophant? This kind of scene happened many times before. Lu Si Chen could always find all sorts of excuses to get her to come over. His friends were all aware of my existence, and also knew that he would not marry me. You always bet with me in a losing game. There's really no way around it. Lu Si Chen confidently raised his head and looked at me standing at the door of the private room. But I maintained a normal expression and spoke indifferently. Mr. Lu, since you're not drunk, I'll take my leave first. Lu Si Chen found it very strange. If it were in the past, Su Yan would definitely be very angry, but today's Su Yan was quite abnormal. He paused for a moment and then changed his words. Su Yan, since you're here, let's have a drink together. We're all friends, aren't we? Hearing the word friend from his mouth, I suddenly felt extremely amusing. Without paying any more attention to him, I turned around and left. 3 days before leaving, I took a taxi to the bridal shop by myself. I opened my phone and showed the shop assistant the model that Zhou Tong and I both agreed on. In less than 10 minutes, the shop assistant brought the wedding dress over. Just as I was about to try it on, Lu Si Chen and Shen Yu walked in together. Suyen, what are you doing at the bridal shop? Lu Si Chen spoke with a look of surprise on his face. Shen Yu recognized me as an employee of Lu Si Chen's company and walked over to me with a smile on her face. Are you getting married yourself? Or are you picking up a wedding dress for someone else? It's for myself. Lu Si Chen looked at me in disbelief, grabbed my arm, and asked angrily. Marriage? With whom? Speechless. He's not marrying me anyway, so why does he care who I'm marrying? Shen Yu noticed the situation and stepped forward to grab Lu Si Chen's hand. Si Chen, are you very close? Shen Yu's question suddenly left the angry Lu Si Chen speechless. No, just an employee from the company. I'm just asking casually. Let's try on the formal attire. Casual? Do you think I really don't know about your relationship with her? Say you love me or her. Marry me or her. Shen Yue cried with tears streaming down her face like rain. Lu Si Chen hurriedly and gently embraced her, comforting. Yes, it has always been her loving me, and the only one I love is you, and my future wife can only be you. Lu Si Chen, without any regard for me and others, made a passionate confession, coaxing Shen Yue to smile through her tears. They even kissed passionately as if no one else was around. I thought my heart would ache, but it didn't. I've spent 5 years seeing through Lu Si Chen, which isn't too late. Leaving them to their lovey-dovey, I chose to take the wedding dress and went straight home. We should have ended long ago. Since that day at the bridal shop, we haven't contacted each other. Maybe he's also busy with his engagement. Today is my wedding day, and I've put my phone on silent. I put on the wedding dress, waiting for Zhou Tong to pick me up. Zhou Tong is very punctual, not a minute late as agreed. I think this should be the first time I've seen him. But why does he look so familiar? After getting into the wedding car, we set off for the hotel. Isn't that Suyen? Why is she here in a wedding dress? Can she be so shameless? Lu Si Chen's group of friends spotted me with sharp eyes, each one extremely surprised. Suyen, what are you doing here? I haven't looked for you for a few days, and you're so eager to marry me? I just married someone else, what's the fuss? Lu Si Chen stared at me with a gloomy face, as if he was about to make me disappear in the next second. He thought I was making a scene. How ridiculous. Excuse me, we're in a hurry for our wedding. Zhou Tong's appearance made that group of people instantly dumbfounded, especially Lu Si Chen. He was certain that I loved him, certain that I wouldn't marry another man. But he was wrong this time. I really did marry someone else. Lu Si Chen stared intently at Zhou Tong, recognizing the rosary on Zhou Tong's hand. a symbol of the richest Buddha's son. Impossible. How could you possibly know the Buddha's son? Or did you hire someone to act? Yes, Zhou Tong is the son of the richest Buddha, and also the son of our village head. Who would dare to impersonate him? Because of brother Lu Si Chen, I loved him for 5 years, not knowing that Zhou Tong had also been waiting for me foolishly for 5 years. Susu, let's go in. Lu Si Chen suddenly felt something blocking in his heart, choking. He couldn't understand at all. How could Su Yan just stop loving him? Okay, I'll do whatever you say. I reached out and took Zhou Tong's arm, walking naturally into the hotel. Lu Si Chen finally panicked, almost falling to the ground. He knew Su Yan wasn't acting. The Su Yan who loved him didn't want him anymore. She really got married. After we finished the simple ceremony at the hotel, we took a car back to the village. Zhou Tong's family is the most prestigious in the village. Naturally, they would have to hold a feast in the village for several days. My parents, who have always been worried about my marriage, rarely showed a smile on their faces. I was helped and escorted into the new room prepared by Zhou Tong. Susu, there are snacks I prepared in the room. You rest well. I'm going to entertain the guests. If there was any banquet at Lu Si Chen's house before, he would never care whether I had eaten or not. Thinking and thinking, I fell asleep without realizing it. After a while, I was awakened by a burst of noise. It seemed to be Lu Si Chen's voice. I didn't think much and hurriedly ran out. Suyen, come with me, you obviously love me, why marry him? It was indeed Lu Si Chen. His eyes were red, and as soon as he saw me, he wanted to rush over and take my hand. Yen, we were so good and so happy before, don't marry someone else, okay? You don't know what kind of person he really is. Don't marry someone casually. The surroundings began to buzz with discussion. Who is this person? He actually came to snatch the bride? Yeah, doesn't he know the power of the Zhou family? He must be tired of living. And what's the extent of the bride's relationship with him? Let's gossip. I knew that if we continued, it would not be good for the Zhou family and Zhou Tong. Lu Si Chen, let's talk. Zhou Tong walked to my side, gazing at me affectionately, his eyes filled with unease. I stood on tiptoe and gave Zhou Tong a kiss. Don't worry, I'll be back soon. After all, it's the Zhou family, and soon the guests stopped gossiping. I took Lu Si Chen to the reception room. Lu Si Chen, let's part on good terms. Lu Si Chen has never seen me speak to him in such a light tone. Even when he didn't see me home, I never blamed him. I was still like a bootlicker, always at his beck and call. Actually, he never knew the reason why I loved him so much. 5 years ago, Lu Si Chen had a twin brother, and we were deeply in love. On the day we were preparing to discuss marriage and meet our parents, there was a car accident. His brother lost his life to protect me. Losing him made me suffer unbearably. Until I saw Lu Si Chen, I seemed to find a goal. I wanted to be Lu Si Chen's girlfriend, marry him, take care of him, and be good to him for a lifetime. Even when Lu Si Chen made those unreasonable demands, I never thought of leaving. For 5 years, I guarded him with all my heart, unable to distinguish which one I truly loved. But I am also a person capable of being hurt and feeling sorrow. When Lu Si Chen was indifferent to me, giving even a trace of tenderness to another woman, I wept in secret. When he told me that we only talked about the bed and not what's below it, I swallowed my pride. In the end, I lived without a shred of dignity. I became the bootlicker in Lu Si Chen's friends' mouths. I always felt that I couldn't lose him again. But Shen Yueyue was not the catalyst for me to see Lu Si Chen for who he really is. I remember at the beginning of this year, on my birthday, Lu Si Chen insisted on bringing Shen Yueyue to celebrate with me. But he was concerned about Shen Yueyue the whole time, and I was like an ordinary employee, their assistant. I realized that the person I loved is truly gone. Su Yan, you are my employee, I want you to divorce and be with me. Lu Si Chen still doesn't understand the situation. He thinks I am still the obedient Su Yan from before. I gave him a cold look. Lu Si Chen, you have quite the nerve. Besides, I'm not your employee anymore. You should go find Shen Yueyue. It's not like that. Su Yan, you clearly love me. Is it because I won't marry you that you married someone else? Faced with Lu Si Chen's unreasonable behavior, I suddenly found myself speechless. Su is now my wife. If you continue to act so nonsensical, don't blame me for being rude to you. Zhou Tong had arrived at some point, and now he was looking at Lu Si Chen with a fierce expression. Hearing Zhou Tong stand up for me like this, a warm feeling flowed through my heart. In the past, it was always me making sacrifices for Lu Si Chen. Even when I was ridiculed by his friends, Lu Si Chen never spoke up for me. I really gave my true feelings to the wrong person before. Lu Si Chen, who had been warned, wanted to say something more, but was carried out by Zhou Tong's men. Lu Si Chen, exhausted and irritable, returned to his own home. His phone was full of missed calls and messages from Shen Yueyue. Si Chen, where did you go? Weren't we supposed to try on wedding dresses today? Si Chen, why don't you answer my calls? Did you go to see Suyen? Lu Si Chen turned off his phone with a headache, not knowing why he has been disinclined to deal with Shen Yueyue these days. Shen Yueyue is the childhood neighbor who grew up with him, and he wants to protect her well. She was also the arranged marriage partner from his family. But ever since Suyen got married, he inexplicably got annoyed with Shen Yueyue. He even had someone investigate Shen Yueyue. Lu Si Chen looked at the double bed in the bedroom. It was chosen by Suyen. They had made love on it many times. When he was with Suyen, he didn't choose to live together. It was because he was afraid Shen Yueyue would find out about his relationship with Suyen. Now he is very regretful. In such a large house, he can't find anything of Suyen's. It's as if the woman Suyen never existed in his life. Suddenly he remembered what Suyen said, and he urgently made a call to check. Indeed, Suyen really quit her job. But when exactly did this happen? Did she already know about Shen Yueyue? Did she already know the reason he wouldn't marry her was because of Shen Yueyue? It turns out she had already prepared to leave. Lu Si Chen took 2 bottles of spirits from the liquor cabinet and began to gulp them down. When Suyen was there, she always didn't let him drink too much, saying she was worried about his health. He thought that if he got drunk and hurt himself, Suyen would come back. After a bottle of liquor, Lu Si Chen's face turned as red as a monkey's butt. In a blur, he heard someone unlocking the door. Lu Si Chen excitedly tried to stand up, thinking Suyen had come. But within a few seconds he realized. Suyen didn't have a key to his house. He always had to call her to come in. If he hadn't called her, no matter how long she stood outside the door, he wouldn't open it. He also remembered that night, when he asked Suyen to make soup for Shen Yueyue. He just threw the key and took it back the next day. He pounded his chest, tears streaming down uncontrollably, feeling that he really wasn't human. Si Chen, you're at home. Why didn't you answer my call? Do you know I was worried about you? Shen Yueyue trotted and appeared in Lu Si Chen's eyes. Worried? Worried about what? Lu Si Chen didn't notice at all. Even a bit drunk, he still saw the hidden smile at the corner of Shen Yueyue's mouth. He only realized Shen Yueyue's character now. He regretted not investigating earlier. For a woman like Shen Yueyue who puts on airs, he lost his beloved. Why are you here? Our engagement is null and void. And as for the wedding, don't even think about it. Shen Yueyue didn't know why Lu Si Chen suddenly turned his face. Did he find out about her past and her future plans? But she never told anyone. But Shen Yueyue never thought that Lu Si Chen's resources in the business field over the years were still quite extensive. As the saying goes, if you don't want people to know, don't do it yourself. Si Chen, what are you talking about? Shen Yueyue still wanted to pretend, asking with a wronged face. Lu Si Chen didn't say much. He had already called the security guard to take Shen Yueyue away. He was left alone in the room. Suddenly he saw a notebook by the coffee table. That seems to be Suyen's. He has seen her use it. After picking it up, he carefully opened it. Today we officially started dating, and I realized I truly, truly love him. Today I accidentally fell, and I said it didn't hurt, but he insisted on carrying me on his back. His careful demeanor made me feel like a princess. Today is his birthday. I prepared a cake and his favorite dishes, wanting to give him a different birthday experience. Lu Si Chen was stunned. It seemed he had never done these things with Suyen. Then who was the he in the notebook? He continued to read on. Today he said he would take me to meet his parents. I'm so happy. Finally we are about to reach the finish line. Lu Si Chen was certain that the he in the notebook was not him. Why God, why did you take him away? He's mine. Why did you take him away at our happiest moment? Today I secretly went to his grave to see him and found someone who looked exactly like him, his twin brother. It turns out God has given me another chance. Today his brother was drugged. What should I do? What can I do? Forget it, save him, I can't lose him again. Today his brother set rules with me. It's fine. I just want to take care of him by his side. Whether I'm happy or not is not important. I'm 30, my mom has urged me to get married many times. Every time I ask him, he says we're just bedmates. Alright, I give up. Reading this far, Lu Si Chen realized he was a substitute. But he's willing to be a substitute. Why did Suyen let him go? No, Lu Si Chen thought about it. He still wanted to go find Suyen. Even as a substitute, as long as Suyen would forgive him, he would marry her. The next morning, Lu Si Chen called his assistant and asked him to help track down Su Yan's whereabouts. When he found out that Su Yan was on a honeymoon in France with Zhou Tong, he left the company and went abroad. When he arrived in France, he didn't care about his growling stomach and went straight to the manor where Su Yan was. At this moment, I was sitting comfortably on a swing, sipping the limited edition red wine that Zhou Tong bought for me. Yen, I've cut off ties with Shen Yue, and I found a diary. I looked at him coldly and quickly replied, just throw it away, it's all in the past. He would also want me to let go of the past and live a good life. And your business with Shen Yue has nothing to do with me. I'm already married and very happy now. Lu Si Chen is now to me just an insignificant stranger. Yen, you must still be angry with me. I know, I've let you down. I know I was wrong. I will only love you from now on, okay? I still didn't say a word, just looking at him coldly. What do I have to do for you to forgive me? Lu Si Chen was anxious, his voice trembling slightly. How about this? You kneel in front of me, bark like a dog twice, and then fetch that scarf for me, and I'll consider it. With that, I flicked the scarf out of my hand. Just then, a gust of wind blew it onto a nearby tree branch. I knew that Lu Si Chen valued his dignity the most. He would never do such a thing. I gave him a mocking look and turned to leave. Woof, woof, woof. As I turned around, I heard Lu Si Chen barking like a dog behind me, and he had climbed up the tree. Lu Si Chen had never been so humble before, and he was afraid of heights. What a good dog. Lu Si Chen had never thought he would go to such lengths for Su Yan. But the mere thought of Su Yan ignoring him in the future made his heart ache to the point of breathlessness. He looked up at Su Yan, who was clapping her hands. He thought as long as Su Yan was happy, what did his life matter? Yen, have you forgiven me then? I tugged at the corner of my mouth, unable to resist the sarcasm. Lu Si Chen, why are you being so sycophantic? I already have a husband. As I spoke, Zhou Tong walked in from outside. As soon as he approached me, his hand wrapped around my waist. Honey, did you miss me? Did you eat well today? In just a few days, Zhou Tong had become incredibly clingy. He would always ask if I missed him, if I had eaten well. Take your hands off, Su Yan is mine. Lu Si Chen swung his fist and charged at Zhou Tong, but with a beautiful counterattack, Zhou Tong easily knocked Lu Si Chen down. I forgot to tell him, Zhou Tong is a black belt. Lu Si Chen, you keep saying you love me, but where were you when I was mocked and humiliated by your friends? Because of his repeated harassment, I chose to call the police. As a result, Lu Si Chen was severely disciplined. I thought he would never bother me again. But I underestimated him. He came again on my birthday. Zhou Tong happened to arrive later, and he intercepted my car on the way to the hotel. Because of his brother's car accident, I was still on edge. Lu Si Chen took advantage of this and brought me to his house. Su Yan, look, I've prepared for you toothbrush, towels, and lots of clothes. You once said you wanted to live with me. Now I've prepared everything. All you have to do is come over. And Shen Yue, I've sent her away. She will never bother us again. I looked at him in disbelief, as if I had never known him before. He used to treat Shen Yue like a treasure, protecting her in his hands, but now he could also send her away without hesitation. Lu Si Chen is truly terrifying. Lu Si Chen, are you crazy? I'm married, my husband is Zhou Tong, he won't let you off. I looked at the ferocious Lu Si Chen, and a dense fear welled up in my heart. Zhou Tong? Don't worry, he won't have a clue that it was me who took you away. We'll live a few days in peace, and in 2 days we'll leave the country, find some obscure little nation, just the two of us, no one can disturb us. Crazy, Lu Si Chen is really crazy. I was tied up by him and laid flat on the bed. 10 minutes later, he brought me noodles and cake. Yen, today is your birthday. I was wrong before. I ignored you. Now I apologize to you. I celebrate your birthday for you. Look, I made you longevity noodles with my own hands. If it were before, I would really be moved. I would be happy to tears. But now, all that's left in my mind is fear. I never thought Lu Si Chen would be so extreme. Just when I didn't know how to get away, Lu Si Chen's door was kicked open from the outside. Susu, I'm sorry, I'm late. Zhou Tong came down from the sky like a knight, saving me from the flames. It was also from that day on that Lu Si Chen was sentenced. After that, I never saw him again. Only a lawyer came to see me, saying that Lu Si Chen had entrusted him with some things to tell me. Lu Si Chen sold his company and transferred all that money to me. And his house, he said there were many memories, and he gave it to me too. After that, Lu Si Chen didn't make it through a year in prison. But I'm already married. I don't care about that money and property. I sold the house, and all the money was donated in the name of both brothers. Lu Si Chen has no connection with me anymore. I had a pair of twins with Zhou Tong, and our life became increasingly happy, peaceful, and warm.